Good afternoon, Julie.
Hi,
How are you today?
I'm doing well. Yeah, just a little logistical issue. Puppies in the background. I've been on calls all day, so I just let her off leash. So I might need to discipline her
Okay.
if she
Okay.
gets ornery.
Yeah. Well, it's good to be with you again today. Last time you recall, we were cut a little short by your phone call. And so, um, what have you been thinking since we met last?
Well, yeah, as you know, I've been dealing a lot with my mom living with me, and that call was related to her health. And so I felt like the call was an abrupt, if I'm being honest, the call was an abrupt ending to what felt like a rushed session. So I felt like our session was kind of rushed. And then unfortunately, we couldn't really close properly which is not, that's not your fault, but because of the call I got. And so I guess I left feeling frustrated and maybe not fully supported in everything that I've been going through.
Uh, I appreciate you sharing those thoughts with me, and um, I'd like to be supportive for you. And perhaps I was focused on our agenda, working through the steps and looking for some action plans, and maybe not pausing to ask you more about how you were feeling and
Yeah, I was
what you're dealing
feeling,
with.
thanks. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was feeling really overwhelmed that day. And
Mhm.
yeah, maybe I should have told you that too.
Well, how can I best support you today?
Well, I think slowing it down would be helpful. And, in light of like has been going on with my mom, with me being her caretaker, I I've been thinking more about my job. Like I'm spending all of this time, and she's lived a good long life, but even still, it seems quite short, even though she's 90, right? So I'm spending all of this time and energy on a job. And I'm at a point in my life, midlife, where I'm thinking about life and death with her being at the end of her life. And this sounds kind of philosophical or deeper than maybe we originally talked about, but it's sort of like asking myself, what am I doing? What am I like? I feel like I'm wasting my time and I'm not really accomplishing anything of purpose or of value. Yes, I'm bringing value to my clients, but that doesn't make me feel good, to necessarily. I mean, I like working with the people, but I don't feel good just representing large corporations who are wealthy, making more money. Like that's
Mm,
not bringing me joy.
mm,
So I guess I've been thinking like, what's it really all coming down to, and what do I want out of my life for the next 20, 30 years?
Yeah, I can tell you've had a lot on your mind.
Yeah, because and I apologize for the noise in the background. Let me take you off the snowball. Um, no, I've got you on speaker. I thought I had you on my microphone. But yeah, I do have a lot on my mind. And I'm sorry I got distracted with trying to make the sound better for you.
I was just recognizing your strong and intense feelings about examining what's important in life.
Yeah, and what I was going to say is like, especially being the sole caregiver, um, like it's got me reflecting more about how I want to live my life. I guess because I've had a little more time with her, but I also don't have time to be present because I'm completely pulled in this job I hate, and I don't want to have regrets that I'm not there for her.
Mhm.
So I guess it's been some big picture questions like, do I want to make a career change? Or I've already bounced around a bit, and tried other legal jobs. And so they've all I see the same patterns, and I don't know if I can leave my job for financial reasons, but I know I need to be showing up differently in order to protect my health, my mental health, and my physical health. But I don't know what that looks like, and I'm hoping maybe you could help me with that.
And can you say more about what you mean about showing up differently? Tell me what that means to you.
Like not being so stressed all the time or worrying. I have a lot of anxiety and worry about work and pleasing people at work, but then I'm also torn because there's a part of me that is wanting to, but then I don't like my work. Like it's just that old school, like I'm a responsible person, so I need to get the things done and I want to be liked, but I don't even like my work. So like, what is it all for if I'm killing myself slowly for work I don't even enjoy? And then my mother is at the end of her life and I'm not fully present with her. Like it just seems really messed up. But yeah.
It sounds like what you're going through with your mother is really challenging your view of how you spend your time.
Yes, exactly. And how, not only how am I spending my time, but how do I want to be spending my time 10 years from now? Do I want to be in the same situation? No, is the answer.
Okay.
Mhm. And I can just feel the stress like in my body, and then I'm achy and, I'm sad because she's not doing well. And then I'm frustrated because I don't have a career I love. So I'm feeling kind of a little bit down today.
I can see that. I can see kind of the weight of it on your shoulders and
Yeah.
on your
Yeah.
face. You almost move in the chair to try to get away from it.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
like,
Trying to get comfortable.
I want you to know I'm in your corner, Julie, that I care about you in the most professional way, of course. And I'm hopeful that the work we can do together can bring you some relief.
Mhm. Yeah. And that's, I'm hopeful too. And I'm excited. There is a part of me that's excited to see what's next for me because I know it is something bigger and greater than what I'm doing. Like I do have that dreamer part of me that knows, excuse me, where I'm spending my talents is not where I'm meant to be. I'm a very spiritual person, so I feel that spiritually.
And you feel that more lately?
Yes. Yes. Mhm.
Yeah, it's interesting. And these life experiences have put you in this situation to examine things, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
How's your mother
Hey,
doing?
I'm better today. Yeah, better than. Hey, stop. Get down. No, sorry. We're training her. Stop it. If you bear with me a minute, I will
Yeah.
just tie her up quick. Sorry, she hasn't been out in days because it's been sub-zero temperature, so she's antsy. Anyway, yeah, so that has been influencing how I'm feeling, and she's doing better. So the other thing with that is there's lots of ups and downs. So consequently, I have lots of ups and downs. Some days I don't think she's going to make it, and then some days it's like she could, be another whatever year, and it's so it's hard to predict and trying to just go with the flow emotionally.
Sounds like that's a bit of a roller coaster.
I mean, it could be a lot worse, Brian, really. I mean, I'm grateful for the time I have with her. She's super pleasant. She's healthy for her age. Like there's lots of positives and that fills me up. And I just want to be as present with her as I can and be feeling like I'm fulfilling my life's purpose in the work that I do.
Okay.
Those are big goals. They sound
You
big.
just, you just, you just, I'm looking for the right phrase, sort of up the ante or
Yes.
modified our goals, life fulfillment,
Mhm.
Look, I think that's exciting. You're talking about thriving, right?
Mhm.
And that's what you want for yourself.
Yes, I want to be thriving. And right now, I feel like I'm just surviving. I feel like I'm just surviving and I
Yeah.
want to be thriving.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a good word. It's a good word. That resonates with me.
Thriving
Like when you said thriving, it's like, yeah,
versus surviving. Yeah.
yeah. hmm
Tell me more about why that resonates with you. What
I
do you
think
like about that?
it sounds, I'm sorry, Brian, bear with me a moment. It's like having a child. The thing that I resonated with thriving was it seems really energetic. And
Mhm.
like, even now that I'm talking, I'm like, ooh, thriving. Like that sounds exciting. It's like just even the word is powerful. Surviving reminds me of a victim, and thriving reminds me of being powerful. And so it just kind of hit me like, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Mhm. Like I got excited with
Yeah.
that word. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Hopeful.
Yeah. Well, I feel like we're just, I don't know, just kind of talking and connecting this time versus really driving the process. And I'm just checking in with you. How does it feel to you?
Actually, I like it because I'm with the puppy. I'm kind of all over today and feeling rushed last time. It feels good to be heard, I guess, and um, maybe also validated that to even say it out loud, um, that what I'm thinking about isn't. It's hard to say it out loud, right? That I'm thinking about maybe making a career change after 20 years, but um, that might be possible.
Yeah. It sounds like be a big shift for you, even to think about it being possible.
hmm Yeah, and I feel like maybe we need to kind of talk through this, like at a high level, to figure out do my goals that we set out at the beginning need to shift a bit? Because you said something about like not maybe doing the goals today, but it's like maybe we need to think about like, yes, I still want to get healthy and reduce the stress, but maybe there's something underlying that. I'm not saying just leaving your job or career is a way to reduce stress, but I have felt this way for a long time, that there's some sort of spiritual healing that I'm needing in my work.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you do that kind of work, like not spiritual healing, but helping me, figure out like if I were to do something else, what might that be?
Sure. Well, I can see there's sort of a longing for change, sort of brewing in you, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And health and wellness coaches, and me included, we help people make changes in their life that improve health and well-being. So if you needed some specific career coaching, for lawyers to help you find the right next opportunity, if it was even in law, I shouldn't make that assumption.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for um, if you're so overwhelmed that you're unable to perform with regard to your stress level and anxiety or depression, you might be a candidate for a mental health checkup. But if you're looking to create goals to help you improve your health and well-being,
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to support you with that. And it
Mm-hmm.
sounds like that's where you're at.
Yeah, and I'm looking for clarity because I don't think I'm pretty self-aware. I don't think I'm at the point where I need mental health support. I've had therapy in the past, and I don't need help with finding another job.
Yeah.
I know that's not the answer. The answer is I want to look to be well in whatever I do. And
Yeah.
I look at wellness as not just exercise, but this spiritual component too. Not, and I'm
Yeah.
not talking religious, but this idea of like peace and calm and
Yeah.
fulfillment as a piece of that well-being.
Sure.
Is that something you would
Sure.
work on?
You know, spiritual wellness is a part of we're trained in the wellness wheel. We talked about that. One of our early conversations, that there's many dimensions. The assessment I showed you had a spiritual dimension.
Maybe
But-
spiritual is not the right word, but it's this idea of finding peace and integration in the work that I'm doing and
In your work.
congruence. Yeah.
Work satisfaction. Well, some of the work that I do and we do as health and wellness coaches is helping people create visions of what they want for themselves in the future. Because really just going through the process of examining what's the sort of ideal future state, what kind of work would I like to be doing, what skills do I have that I want to share with other people, what values do I have, what's the work that I'm good at that I can help others with.
Yeah. Those are the questions I ask myself.
Well, that's a process we can go through. We can go through what I call a visioning exercise. And what that can do is it can kind of paint the picture of that future state. Much like I asked you early on about what will health bring you? And you said, freedom to travel and do other things and
Be creative.
take care of yourself more. So really creating a vision of where you want to go in the future will bring you freedom, right? To align your talents with what you really want to do.
Yes. Alignment is a word also that resonates.
Okay. And what that will do is it will create motivation, because it's exciting to look at where you want to go and say, hey, let's go.
And can I
And-
make a comment about alignment and wellness? Because
Of course.
when you said alignment, the thing is I've been feeling misaligned, and that misalignment is causing me stress.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're driving this conversation. And I like that you're sharing words and labels that are resonating with you. It helps me get a sense of what you're after. You're feeling misaligned, like you're not in the right role. You've talked about that being sort of the undercurrent that's sort of driving the dissatisfaction. And it sounds like no matter how much you say no to people at work and how much you force yourself to exercise, all of those hours that you're spending there are a burden for you. It sounds like, when you don't love what you do.
Exactly. Right. That's right. And yeah, and you, I think when I interrupted you, you were saying something about how it's motivating and it is exciting to think about there could be a new vision, but it's like, is that really, and I'm sure we don't have time to get into it today, but like, is that even possible? So that's another question I have.
Well, it's a good question to ask, right? And we have to believe that something's possible to act on going to get there, right? So if something seems really big, it can seem impossible.
Yeah.
But sometimes we break things up into smaller steps. We can say we can do this and we can do that. And we do that all the time as health and wellness coaches. We help people build confidence with incremental steps to reach a goal.
That sounds more realistic to me, because when I think about leaving, it seems like I don't even know where to begin, and I just feel stuck. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the next time we meet, would you like to explore a visioning exercise?
Yeah, that would be great. I would
Okay.
love that.
And being respectful of time, I know you said you had a short amount of time today, so is
Yeah,
there
I've
anything
been-
else you want to discuss about what you plan to do this week, or anything else you want to share?
I think I'm gonna, continue doing my 1 to 2 days a week of exercise. Um, and is there any homework I need to do for the visioning
Um,
or no?
You can, I wouldn't call it homework because I don't like things to feel like work. But if you'll find it enjoyable to imagine what you want to be doing in the future,
Okay.
I encourage you to do that. And it might be helpful. I don't know if you like to journal, but some people like to take some notes or
I
draw
do.
pictures.
Yeah.
And that will just give us a head start on the visioning exercises if you want to enjoy some of
Okay.
that.
Okay. I have a journal, so I'll do some journaling.
Okay. That sounds good. Is there anything else you wanted to share today?
No, thank you for listening and just recognizing, that I needed some additional, I guess, support today with everything that's going on, and the space to kind of
Sure.
just chat about it.
And Julie, I appreciate the feedback. That last time felt rushed, and I tend to be enthusiastic and want to keep things going and help people, have early wins.
Mhm.
And so, thank you for giving me that feedback. And
And
I really hope,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just want to say, I really wish you and your mother the best. And
Oh, thank you.
you sound like a very caring person and you're enjoying your mother's company.
Oh, thank you very much. What I wanted to say is I'm someone who likes to verbally process things. So sometimes I can kind of talk a bit too much, or I like to talk it through, or kind of just verbalize it. So, I appreciate you just listening to me, even if I'm sort of repeating myself or
Yeah, sure.
wandering a bit, because then it helps me to get a little more clear on what I'm looking for and feel supported
Yeah.
in that. So thank you.
Thanks. You're welcome. And thank you for sharing that with me. Well, good luck with your puppy and your mom the rest of the day.
Thanks.
Have a pleasant afternoon.
Yes.
I'll see you
Thank
next
you.
time.
See you next week. Bye.